Thanks for calling the Beards and Sundries hotline. You've reached Anthony. Leave a message after the beep.
Hey guys, it's Anthony. And George.
We just wanted to call and wish you all a happy new year, of course. And we're so glad that y'all are hitting season 4. And yeah, looking back at the very beginning of the show and all the things that you've inserted into our into our lives, new vocabulary, piss pig and shit hose. Will never be forgotten. So anyway, keep doing what y'all doing, and we'll talk at y'all later. Bye, girls.
Love you.
You've reached the Beards and Sundries podcast, where things get gay and hilarious. You've made it past seasons 1, 2, and 3. Now you've reached season 4, the hottest season yet. This season's gonna be the tits. Now, sit down, strap on, in, and get ready to laugh your asses off with your 3 bearded hosts, because they've been waiting all week to get you hot for this show. Now, welcome your hosts, Jay, Anthony, and Joe.
And, oi, bruv!
Oh, hey, let's bring that shit into this season. I like it.
Hello.
Everyone else had their turn. I was not going to get it unless I got it right out of the way in the beginning.
Isn't it?
Oh, man.
Welcome back to Season 4, Episode 3 of Beards and Sundries, the only show where we talk like this, but only for 3 minutes.
And then we just go back to our weird selves.
Right.
Exactly.
We can't.
That's right, guys. It is time for another lunch break here at Beards and Sundries, the shop where 3 gay men with beards do inventory on a new sundry in each episode.
My name is Jay, and I'm a gay millennial. Of course my opinion matters.
Debatable. I'm Anthony, and I'm a gifted kid. Of course I turned out queer.
Yeah. And I'm Joe, and I'm looking for directions on my phone. Of course I think there should be a gay walking speed estimate on the Google Maps function. And
That's true.
Today, yes it is. And today's sundry item is gay science. That's right, Beardos. The 3 of us are firm believers in science, and we are going to have some fun today theorizing about some stereotypically queer traits. Now, Beardos, as a quick disclaimer, these are all just jokes, and we are hoping that the only conclusions that we arrive at today are laughs. But later on, we will discuss a fun trend we've seen on social media this past week or so. Jay has even more science for us to check out, and I have a fun trivia challenge for game time this week. But before we get too far into it, how about this week's voicemail?
Hello, Anthony. And George.
And George.
We're so happy you're back.
I'm glad that we can teach you guys new vocabulary such as piss pig, shit hose, and I don't know. What's a good one? Bukkake?
So happy that shit hose is the legacy that we leave behind on the internet.
Forever.
I'm really glad that my voice will live on forever on the interwebs saying shithose numerous times in one sitting.
We're millennials, and of course we use the word interwebs.
Oh my god.
When you go to www.google.com, then go to the search bar and search.
and folks, that's how you know we're millennials. Of course we put www first.
Before we type
it
in
took me-
E-Bomb's World and watch hilarious videos.
Well, and that's 10 minutes after I've been trying to find Netscape before I got into Google Chrome.
We watched this wild, short documentary on Netscape the other day. Whew, telling. But that's not today's topic.
Well, we didn't watch the documentary on Netscape. We watched a documentary about Netscape.
Well, Anthony might have watched it on Netscape, but still. Speaking of old stuff, for some reason I had a dream the other day that I was helping my parents buy a new desktop computer, and Mom kept going, "Oh, I really like this one. It's pretty cheap." And I'm like, "Mom, that's like a compact computer from 2001.
Ooh,
But they
2001.
Like, it was a whole shelf in the store, and all it was like old desktop computers. I'm like, I'm confused.
So were they.
Just before we let Anthony and George go, I do want to introduce one more word to your vocabulary.
Oh,
and
God.
That's, since I'm a millennial, goatsy. And I just want you to search for it. It's Goatse. Just go ahead and search for that. Now, Beardos, if you know what this is, obviously you know better than to search for it. If you don't know what this is, search at your own risk.
My poor mother. Speaking of my mother, as of this taping on January 16th, tomorrow is her birthday. So, happy belated birthday, Mom.
Also, do you know how we're millennials? It's because we use the word taping instead of recording.
Ooh. I sure am.
We also still talk on the phone like this when we're faking phone calls.
What, instead of holding it up like the speakerphone thing that everyone does now that I hate?
Well, and Anthony's also getting kind of old, and so he picks a little receiver off the wall and he cranks it and he's like, "Number 591."
The number 591 has
I gotta get
crashed
right.
into a
I was
tree on a
about to
patch
say-
of ice.
I was going to say, I get out my little Morse code thing.
We're
Let's just hit the number 5
on ice.
Stop. The bus did not. Stop.
Stop. Well, Joe, before this goes completely off the rails, do you think that we can find the 4th member of Destiny's Child in the Sundries aisle?
Oh my God. I mean, yeah, she's covering my break. But if you guys are new to the show and you're wondering just what the hell a sundry is, the term comes from an Old English word meaning odds and ends. Now, today it's used mainly in retail as a way to group together items that don't typically have a group of their own. So, as 3 very scientific men with beards, we are using the term to group together the wide range of topics that we cover.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Joe. That was so millennial of you.
Amtastic?
That was the tits, Joe.
You did say season 4 was going to be that.
I heard that somewhere.
Season 4 is going to be the tits. It better be because I put it in
all about
the intro.
tits.
About those tits.
All about those
Because you know
tits.
I'm all about
That's
those tits.
exactly what I was about to do.
No shit hose. Okay, sorry.
If I were you, I'd want to be my tits too. I hate me
Who wants
sometimes.
to be well worn and sweaty?
Oh.
What?
We're
Just
talking
like
about
Jay's
Anthony's
tits,
bras.
well worn and sweaty.
Oh, I didn't know he named them.
No. What?
Which one's sweaty and which one's well worn?
I don't know. Ask
Well,
Jay.
Sweaty's the last name. Well worn, sweaty.
This is the great job interview so far, practice.
Hi, Jay's boss.
I don't know if she's still listening. She's probably like, this is too much for me. Which,
Oh God, I
kudos to
hope
her.
not, for her sake.
But I
Yeah,
do know
seriously.
that my coworker next to me that I'm friends with is still listening because she has me rolling sometimes. Yesterday, she texted me. She's like, "I'm dying at your soup bit right now."
That was fun to edit. Because it was like, drive to the store and let's fucking run. I'm gonna swerve it everywhere. Ah! And then I get the potatoes and the half and half and the garlic.
Oh man, that was a pretty fun episode, though. I liked it.
It was.
It was good.
But
yeah.
Let's get into some science. You guys want to talk about, I don't know, what do you want to do? You want to theorize on some topics based on our intros?
I want to do one thing first because we texted about this earlier. And again, let us preface this. This is all pure speculation on our part. And any stereotyping of gay people or straight people or any other people for that matter is purely speculative and not not our dearly holden opinions. We're just talking. So let's start with this. Why are gay people better workers than straight people?
There's a great way to test this theory too. Go to any Starbucks. If there is one queer person working behind the counter, that place is a well-oiled machine and everything's coming out quick, everything's happening, and everything is going great. Now, if there's two queer people there, ain't shit getting done.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh, that's the problem. Ooh.
But that's because there's this one joke fact. There's two gays working together, and they're either like almost screwing, they're so close, or they fucking hate each other. They're absolute enemies. There's no in between. There's no like, oh yeah, gay Joe's fine. It's literally like, I'm having sex with gay Joe, or I would stab gay Joe in a back alley. Our Starbucks back alley.
So your theory is if there are two gays working, they are either working on each other or they're working against each other and
Yes.
never with each other.
Yeah, there's never the teamwork with two gays in one little business together. But if it's just like one gay working there, especially if they have any power there, that place is pristinely everyone, and they don't put up with shit. Like, I love it.
Yep.
I'm just like thank you.
I knew a lesbian who ran a Payless shoe source. Jesus Christ, I have never seen a retail environment that was more organized than that store.
I mean, one of my friends ran a pet store for a long time, and that store had its best sales. That store was always clean. That store was always stocked well. And then the moment he left, it went downhill.
Sort of like the store that I ran in Owasso, Oklahoma. That was the highest production store for that particular business in the state.
Interesting.
It didn't keep doing that after I left.
I used to go to that business, and I got the worst service there.
Good.
And then after you left, it was fantastic.
We have your picture up.
Don't sell this guy stuff.
Yeah. If he comes in, go, one nut, one nut.
And it's that picture, Jay, where he's like, hi.
With my fake fireplace in the background. And
Jesus.
Yes.
Oh.
This is the guy I've been warning you about. I don't know. I've had employees who are gay, but I never really have any like tension with them, I guess. But I don't know if that's a different dynamic. I think it has to be like your direct work group, and if you're doing retail or customer service, like you have to be like peers for that dynamic to work.
I agree with that. I worked at a job where it was a retail environment and I was in one department and I was the token queer, and then there was another department and they had their own token queer. So we weren't working toward the same goals per se in our department, so we meshed really well. We weren't like fooling around or anything, but like also we weren't working in the same department, so we weren't like enemies, but like we would team up and talk shit about everyone else in our respective departments. So that's how we kind of meshed well
Bonded.
together. Yeah, exactly.
When I used to work at Home Depot years and years and years ago, there was me. I was in the front end, and I was the homosexual. Then we had somebody at the service desk that was the homosexual, that had been there longer than me, and we hated each other. I don't know why. Literally, we just didn't like each other because we were both in the front end, so it was close enough. The moment I left, we suddenly became friends. We're like, why didn't we hang out at the store?
Was this like 10 years ago?
Oh my god, it would have been 09?
This sounds like
Yeah.
you. This sounds like a you thing.
We've talked about this a few times on this podcast, but 2009 J. Rowdy Bush was very different than today J. Rowdy Bush.
Very different.
Like,
now I'm
All
much
three of
more-
us, of course, but Jay used to be a twink. Mentally,
a
physically,
snooty, little
angry.
bitchy twink.
bitchy.
I was.
Yeah, you were.
I was.
At least some of that has never changed.
I thought I've stayed at least a bitchy. Blank. Nah, but yeah, it was definitely a different. I was in my bitchy twink era, is what I would say, and I don't miss that time. I'm really glad that I stopped believing I had to act that way in order to be gay. You know how, like, when you first come out, you feel like you have to fit a stereotype and then be aggressive.
Oh my god, yes.
Because you have to prove to the world that I am who I am, even though really deep down you're basically just super self-conscious.
To like further illustrate that point, and this I guess it goes back to exactly what you're saying. This could also be a gay science question or a gay science observation. In Stillwater, they had this thing called the A-list gays.
God.
Oh.
This is in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Y'all, the
Stillwater,
population gets up to
Oklahoma.
maybe 50,000 while school is in. Like, calm the fuck down. You are not anything.
For this, they were like in their peak when I first moved there in 2010.
I don't even remember who any of these people are. And it's funny because sometimes people that I'm still friends with from Stillwater will bring it up. And I'm just like, I don't remember any of these people.
Things that we thought mattered that definitely did not matter.
I don't remember talking about them. I mean, I remember tangentially thinking about them. But yeah, I never understood the concept of that. I mean, I guess I get it because during certain parts of your life, everybody gets a little cliquish. And I really hope that people are not like that as much anymore. I get that it happens.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really hoping we dissolve some of that because it's such a stupid thing. And I can't even imagine. Didn't they all live in like one house?
Yeah, it was right next to the stone wall, right next to it. And I think it was just symptomatic of being early 20s, living in a college town. Like, I moved from a college town to a college town, but I was still college aged. So I was seeing all these like stereotypes that I knew about from my own hometown / college town, and just seeing them in a different capacity. It didn't really faze me that much, but like just seeing these stereotypes still happening was kind of like, ugh.
Yeah.
But then moving to Tulsa in 2013 was a nice breath of fresh air, and it was kind of nice to kind of get away from not really toxicity, because you and I, Anthony, never really surrounded ourselves with toxic friends in Stillwater. Now, I will say, and I'm not trying to suck my own dick here, but Anthony and I had this great group of friends in Stillwater, maybe like 10 people, 10 to 12 maybe.
Somewhere in that area.
We would always hang out in group settings, and everything was great. And then we moved away, and then we came back for, was it 4th of July or Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving, I think, is what it was, because we were all sitting at the table, remember? And I could feel like the fucking
And
tension.
no one was very thankful. Yeah. We came back, and it had not, I won't say blew up or disintegrated, but like things were falling apart. And like, I never really realized that Anthony and I were kind of like peacekeepers / neutral friends for a lot of things that were happening beneath the surface between other people. And then we came back and there was just all this uncomfortableness, and it was really awkward. And a lot of people have like really grown out of it by now, and a lot of people are cool with each other, but man, that was a rough couple of years.
A weird little like recoil thing that happened. Funny enough though, we were sitting at that table like preparing to eat, and our friends, unnamed friends, but they are still, we see them to this day. We actually just saw them last week, and text us and like, hey, do you want to go smoke and then come back?
They live 2 streets over.
Yeah. So we like walked to their house and smoked out of their gravity bong and then went back, and I was like, yeah, this is a lot more bearable. Anyways.
Yep.
I do love the 20s.
We've gotten a little off track. Yeah.
Especially how we're developing in the 20s, and just the constant chaos then that period of what's happening when you're actually starting to settle down a little bit and be more responsible as an adult. It's funny to think back on that era.
Well, and then it's that second puberty, right? Like, you know, queer people have to go through that, essentially a mental second puberty, because you come out or you come to terms with your sexuality to an extent, and you have to relearn everything that, you know, heterosexual people learned in their teens. You're having to go through it again in your early 20s, which is not a fun time to go through that stuff at. And, you know, a lot of people act like they have their shit together, and I can guarantee you a lot of people are just phoning it in and faking it.
I 100% acted like I had it together because I was like, I need the world to know that I am in control and have everything together. And looking back, I'm like, no.
Who does? Rich people, really rich people, have it together, but only because they've got money.
I don't even know if that's
so they don't have
true.
to worry about all of the little things.
Well, then another little, maybe scientific thing that I wanted to kind of bring up is the stereotype that gays, queer people, gay men, always have nice, clean, fancy houses. Now, I tell people all the time, I'm like, let me tell you this. You may be coming over expecting better homes and gardens. Bitch, we are two men, okay? You're coming into a house that is... Think of a man's house and then times two. That's the kind of house you're walking into.
Hey,
so
now,
we're gonna
our
have
bed is made currently, Joe. Thank you.
So we're gonna have pet hair on the furniture. There's gonna be some dust on the floor. The bathroom counters aren't gonna be spotless. But we keep it tidy. It's just not like ready for the parade of homes or anything. Because that's just unattainable.
I just don't care enough.
I try to keep mine clean.
I just go for the old standard, oh my gosh, the house is such a mess right now, I'm so sorry. And then that usually kind of covers it.
It's even when it's not really a mess. Like right now, it's really not a mess at all. It's just we got to do the dishes, and there's a giant Lego roller coaster on our dining table. But
I know, it's just covered in Lego roller coaster.
Mine's a tiny bit cluttered right now because I'm doing like small remodels here and there. And so I've got tools and a few light switches scattered around because I'm switching from manual switches to smart switches. And then I'm also starting to switch out my wooden blinds to be electric blinds. And so, like, I'm taking stuff down and just setting it down. I'll be like, oh, I'll deal with this later. And I've got boxes of smart bulbs and boxes of non-smart bulbs. So it's kind of like my table's kind of cluttered at the moment and my spare bedroom's kind of cluttered.
Now, Jay, what box would you place yourself into? The smart bulbs or the non-smart bulbs?
The trash can.
Gay science.
Gay science.
gay science.
And speaking of gay science, why do so many gay men have easy voices to figure out that they're gay? Like, mine just screams gay. And I know it has since I was a kid. I just don't get it.
I don't know either. I feel like I open my mouth and a fucking purse falls out sometimes. Like, it's just, it's so gay. And I was that kid that grew up all the time answering the house phone and people would think it was my mom. So, like,
Yep.
I've always had this high little voice like this, and it drives me crazy because sometimes I'll catch it and I'm like, God, lower your fucking voice. You sound like such a baby.
And I'd always listen to my mom answer the phone and go, hello. And so, like, as a kid, I'd be like, hello. And so everyone also thought that I was a female of some sort. Oh, hi, Trisha, my sister. And I'd be like, no, this is JD. Because I went with JD a long time ago. And, oh, hi, Wanda. No, this is JD. So, I don't know.
Is that still how you answer the phone?
Now I'm like, sup, bitch. No, I'm kidding.
I don't
Actually,
know if
no.
my
I'm
voice
trash
when I
now.
was
I'm
a
like,
teenager was
yellow.
like that. I do Frilo. Frilo.
I had my carpet installer coming this morning, and so he's been calling me throughout the week getting ready, and he's like, I'm going to come measure, and I'm, so, like, he'd call, and I'd be like, hey, hello, because I think that's how my grandpa used to do it, and it's stuck in my head, so that's how I answer now.
Well, you are an old bitch, so that makes sense.
I also think it depends on who I'm talking to as to what my voice ends up being. Like,
so
Yeah,
I used to
I
be
do
that
that.
way.
at work, if somebody calls me, I'm like, you got Anthony. Or I go like, what's up? Hey, man. Those types of like really generic answers.
A lot of times I go with, yo.
If it's something I need to be professional about, I'll be like, "This is Jay." If it's somebody that I know well and all, then I'm just like, "Yellow."
I don't know. Is my voice gay?
Not really. You
Yours
have that
isn't-
very slight lisp, but it's not. Your voice is so deep that I think it kind of negates it, and that's science. You heard it here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think
let me tell
you
you-
got lucky.
It's deep from all the dick that's just been right back there.
Well, I used to have a job at Whole Foods Market, and I used the phone a lot more than I thought I would. And they figured out that I was good at doing like the overstore announcements where you have to use the phone and you have to pick up the phone and talk into it. So I would like mentally prep myself. Sometimes I would write it down to say, and I would lower my voice like this. But depending on what time of day it was, I'd be like, "Good afternoon, team members. Bridget, please dial 132. Bridget 132. Thank you." And then I would hang up. But people would call, and I could tell if it was a call from inside the call's coming from inside the store. But I could tell if it was from inside the store, and I would pick up the phone and I'd say, "Prep Foods." Or if it was like from outside the store, I would say, "Thanks for calling Prepared Foods. This is Joe." And like I would always try to like add a little pizzazz because it was professional. You're on the phone.
I remember working at Home Depot way back in the day, and I seemed like I closed a lot, so I had to do that. "Hello, shoppers, it's 15 minutes until closing," and you'd have to go through your entire long spiel, and I wish I could go back and listen to how, like, really gay I sounded on that.
You were like, "Attention, daddies, you only have 15 minutes to bring your 15 inches of lumber right up my middle aisle and back it right into my trunk. Thanks for shopping at Home Depot. Click." And then you hang up the phone.
So strap on those tool belts and pull out the wallet, because Daddy's got it.
And if you
Look at
can't
my
find
register.
anybody to help you in time, then you can always use self-checkout.
I'm at self-checkout.
Don't worry, we have
running it,
measuring
so come
tape.
see me. I've got a wand that I can just scan you all day.
And
Well,
don't
You can use
forget-
forget,
self-checkout, but I'm using autoerotic checkout.
and don't forget to scan for your military discount. I'm 100% off.
And you've got me
he's a-
standing at attention.
He's a flyboy. That's 10% for you, Daddy.
Oh my
Take
god.
me
Oh
home
my
on
god.
Porsche.
Oh my god, speaking of military, have you seen that trend on TikTok right now where someone will go up to someone wearing a military uniform and they're like, "Hey, can you serve?" And they go like this. And they're like, "No, your country." And they go, and they salute instead.
Oh, I do appreciate that. And that only happens now because gays are allowed in the military, which, we lived
Right.
in an era where that couldn't happen.
Oh, no, it happened.
Yeah.
I was there.
Well, okay, hold
in
on.
the
I should
military.
say that couldn't happen while being well known.
Yep.
Yeah.
I could not suck any
definitely-
dicks. It was really
We definitely
tragic.
lived the era of, what was it?
Oppression?
Oppression would be.
Besides that,
Yep.
I can't
Don't
believe I
ask,
forgot-
don't tell.
Yeah, I was like, I can't believe I
Yeah.
forgot the phrase.
Yep.
Because I joke about it
That's
all
good.
the time. Oh, my jokes are leaving my brain like everything else.
I will say, though, I don't have overtly gay voice. I do have like my customer service voice that I used to use all the time, and I can't get into it as easily as I used to because I don't have to ever use it anymore. But I'll just be like, "Hey, welcome to this place." I'm not going to name names. Unnamed retail store. "Hey, how can I help you?" "Sure, absolutely. Hang on one second. This is Joe. He's going to help you out." Just come right over here. I'll check you in." Absolutely. You're second in queue. We'll get right with you.
And then Joe's trying to lower his voice, and he walks up and goes, "Hey."
I'm like,
One time,
"Yeah, the prices are printed on my back."
I was dealing with a lot of work stress, so I was in my office one day, and I had like spent the entire lunch hour I turned the lights off in my office, and I like sat in there, and I came out, and I had this newer employee. He was like, "Hey, boss," and I was like, "Hey, man." He was like, "Whoa, are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, fine. Why?" He was like, you sound weird. I was like, oh, because I'm using my real voice. You're used to me sounding like this, and always so upbeat and positive, and that's stressful. And I just spent an hour not doing that, so I'm sorry.
And then you can like just feel your shoulders lowering after having been so tense.
But this actually leads me to the next one. Why, as gays, are we so awesome at customer service?
It's the need to, what's that? It's
The people pleasing?
That's what I think.
people pleasing, the need for approval,
Yeah, I
like,
think so too.
problem solving a lot of the time.
Yep.
Because we
I
all
think that's
three
what it
are
is.
people that walk in, like, and we literally can be like, fuck my life. I hate
Yeah.
everything about this. And then the moment I walk through the door, it is like a whole new face, a whole new attitude. And I'm like, hello. Oh my God. It's so great to see you. And all of the nice quips come to my brain and I say the sweetest stuff and I have the best banters. And then I can turn around and my face will go from to
Off.
Like
Turn
that
on and
bitch
off.
from Waiting, that movie, the waitress, where she's like,
yes. Yes.
You know what that is, though? It's so much of us having to act through our childhoods that it's second nature to us.
Yeah. Because I'll never forget the time as a server where the kitchen staff was super stressed. We were all really stressed, and they screamed at me, and I screamed back and threw a tray at the kitchen. And then I, like, picked up my other tray of food and walked out the door, and then all of a sudden it's like, and I'm, like, handing out food. I'm like, oh, my God, does everybody have everything they need? Oh, my God. Oh, I love your brooch. And then I, like, went
Thanks
back
for
into the
choosing
kitchen.
TGI Fridays.
welcome to the smoking section.
Thanks for choosing Applebee's.
Here's your dollar trasheritas, bitch.
Oh, you want a
my
margarita? But anyways, yeah, that's
Yeah.
another one that gets me.
Yeah, I feel like gays make really good customer service people because,
I could win an Academy Award for the performances that I give at work. You guys would be so disgusted with me.
no, I
It's
get it because I did
disgusting.
it for years.
Yeah, it's disgusting how good I am at it if you put me in the scenario, but I'm never in that scenario anymore, and I wonder what I'd be like now if you put me in it. I bet I would snap right into it.
I'm sure. I would.
Yeah, for sure.
Fight or flight, baby.
Because, I mean, I guess technically if I go to a meeting I don't want to go to, I mean, I still kind of snap into, like, this really great employee, and then the moment I'm out of it, I'm
Yeah.
like, that was the worst ever!
Yep.
Well, speaking of snap, you want to talk about that weird fast walk we all do?
Ooh. I've been really, really trying to consciously slow myself down.
I am too.
Because I think I might be the fastest walker in my entire building.
I laugh though because I'm pretty positive in New York. I would check walking times to get somewhere, and it'd be like, "This is a 16-minute walk," and we'd be there in 9.
Yep. Like I said in my intro, there should be a gay option. I was trying to walk slow today at work, and I looked at myself in regards to other people walking, and I was still going at a very decent clip.
So I often wondered myself about Stephen King's novel The Long Walk, about how the expectation was 4 miles per hour for every single person, but then I
So
realized
fast.
it was just a bunch of gays. They must have just a bunch of gays. It's the only way it would have been possible.
Well, because when you're reading that book, he makes it seem like they're trudging along and dragging their feet, but 4 miles per hour is fast.
It's a fucking clip when you're walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I don't know if that was during his like heroin phase, but
I think I'm slowing down some because I know. Well, to be fair, I am walking into work. If I'm walking into work, people pass me a lot. When I'm leaving work, I'm at pace.
I'm
So it's
sprinting.
definitely a mood thing. Yeah, like I am
I'm jumping
pushing
out the
people down.
window.
I put on my parachute and leap. But, well, in a store, if I'm walking and I'm just trying to get to my area and somebody's like lollygagging in the hallway, I'm like,
I'm passing.
God, I hate
can't
that.
why can't you people give respect? Even though
I don't
I'm the one that's
understand when
race
people
walking.
go into places like that and just like block up aisles and fucking
Like
My
I get
mindset
it.
is always like, I'm so happy that you have nowhere else to be right now, but I have shit to do. I'm trying to get
And I
my
get-
stuff.
I get it. People want to stand and shop. Awesome. There's lots of places to stand. That's not the middle of the aisle.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you're going to stand in the middle of the aisle, stand to the side so people can easily get around you. That includes you and your whole family.
I just can't help but think of, the people who piss me off the most are the people with their entire fucking families in a Walmart where it's just like there's absolutely no control over any of the children and they're just fucking everywhere. And like,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck that you decided to get knocked up and you decided to have dad's big, huge cummies in your vagina. Don't make it my problem. Like, I don't need
Not
your crotch
cummy.
goblins running around everywhere because it's not my fucking problem. Your kids are not my problem. I fucking cannot stand that mentality that you bring them out in public and now everybody else is fucking responsible for them. No. I didn't decide to have those stupid little gremlins. You did. So get your children in check and out of my fucking way because all I want is the grain mustard and they're in the fucking way.
Can you imagine this 6-foot tall gay guy just plowing down your children so he could get to the Cheetos over in aisle 8?
I've done it. I've done it before. For less.
Move, I'm gay.
But, quick side note from that rant, Anthony. If any of you have daddy's cummies and you need help with that, you know who to hit up. So,
If you're not looking for crotch goblins, I'm right here, baby.
yep.
All these women listening to the podcast are like, damn! Or excuse me,
Yeah,
let me say it in
all
my
the
customer
women.
service voice.
Hi, Catherine. Hi, Shanae. That's probably about it.
Oh, and Mom.
Oh, yes, and Mom. She's not having any more kids,
wait,
believe
no.
me.
And my friend at work, that's 4. Look at us counting.
Although, Mom, if you want grandkids, you better pop one more kid out because Beth and I are... The bloodline ends with us.
Oh, that's how
Yeah,
my mom feels because my sister and I both have not had kids. And they're upset. And I was like, well, look at my last name. Do you think I want to push that any further in life?
Well, they can adopt.
Yeah, go adopt kids that you said are mine, but you're raising.
Go
because, I
adopt a
don't know.
17-year-old and then force them to adopt when they turn 18.
Yeah.
Boom. Problem solved. Grandkids.
Chat pile.
See, and I think they should go adopt. They should go adopt a little kid, and then I don't give a shit. They can make up a story and say, "Oh, Jay got into drugs and can't take care of his kids." Then I have no expectations to go back, so it's even better.
It's the perfect cover-up.
And then one day they're like scrolling TikTok, this random person that mom told that to, and they're like, oh my god, that looks like Jay, and he looks completely not on drugs on TikTok. He's gay. Wanda has a gay son. And then
They reach out to you and they're like, are you okay? I heard you were on drugs. And you're like, y'all got any of that Lexapro? You got any of the Wellbutrin?
you guys got Wellbutrin or some omeprazole? I got the heartburn.
Oh, Meprazole. Shut up. Oh,
My
yes.
heart's beating fast. You got the metoprolol.
Oh, yes. The biggest scandal that will ever rock the state of Kansas. That right there.
Jesus. Well, before we get too far off track, do you guys think it's time for a quick break and then we can move on to our next topic?
We're going to go on break real quick, and then when we come back, we're going to show Anthony what a trend is.
Thank you.
You're listening to Jay, Anthony, and Joe on the Beards and Sundries podcast, the podcast rated 5 out of 6 balls.
Well, Anthony,
Yeah,
do you know what TikTok is?
I've heard of it. It's that song by Kesha.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
I'm going to let you have that one. That's a good win. There's been a trend lately with you kind of say like, I'm a blank. Of course we blank, blank, blank. And it's usually mocking something. My favorite's been about millennials. So I thought maybe today we could do a silly round of I'm gay. Of course I blank, 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 blank. Do you guys want to do that?
Yes, this won't get us any
I
hate whatsoever.
Have watched
Yay!
3 of these videos today, and I feel fully prepared.
I can't wait until I'm like, okay, that was boring.
So the prompt is I'm gay, of course I blank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you ready? Do you want me to go first?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gay. Of course I'm broke.
Wow. Starting off strong. I'm gay. Of course I'm wearing pride socks.
I'm gay. Of course I'm walking faster than you are at the store.
It's true, though. I'm gay. Of course I'm a reckless driver.
I'm gay. Of course this week-long project at work only took me 4 hours.
Yeah, because we're awesome at our jobs.
That's true.
I'm gay. And when I mean a double, it's usually a quadruple in the same glass.
Too real.
I'm gay. Of course my body count is high.
Just imagine you just killing people. That's what they mean, right? God damn. This did get harder faster than I thought.
I got lucky. I wrote a whole bunch down.
I should have written some down. I didn't think about it. I'm gay. Of course I've got water bottles with a bunch of stickers on it.
Oh, that's true.
I'm gay. Of course it got hotter faster than I thought it would.
I'm gay. Of course I have parental neglect issues.
Ooh. That really goes right towards my next one, which was, I'm gay. Of course I'm still unpacking my trauma.
I'm gay. And of course I'm still friends with my prom date from senior year.
Oh, wonder how she's doing. I'm gay. Of course I assume that every guy who's nice to me is flirting.
Oh.
I'm gay. Of course I've been to 70 drag shows.
Ooh, 70.
Yeah, at least.
I'm a gay millennial, so of course I still type yas in text conversations on my phone.
Oh, God, I do too. I'm gay. I asked for this coffee to be iced. Make it again.
I'm a middle-aged gay. Of course I have to have a French 75 with brunch.
Oh, fuck. I do love a good French 75. I need to take you guys to my favorite place here in the city for those.
It's so good. It's like grown-up mimosa. Like, ooh,
Yeah, it's like
is
a
fancy.
hardcore mimosa.
Yeah.
I'm gay, so of course I have a hidden photo album on my phone.
Who doesn't?
And they're not just photos of me.
I had to rename him in one of our groups, the Dick Collector.
The Dick Collector.
Like Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
I'm gay. Of course I have a daily face routine. Twice a day. Gotta get rid of those crow's feet.
Oh my god.
Morning clearing.
Yo. I'm gay. Of course I'm into that witchy shit.
I'm gay. Of course I like Dua Lipa.
Just
Yeah.
Dua Lipa.
Just Dua Lipa.
One kiss is all it takes.
I'm gay. Of course my house is designed for style, not comfort.
Not ours.
Yeah, you're kind of those weird gays for me. No, I'm kidding.
Yep. Well, hey.
No,
that's fine.
we're
That's why
weird gays. You can just
That's
stop
why
the
I'm
sentence
struggling
there.
with this. It's fine. Yeah. I'm gay. Of course I love horror.
Whores? No, I'm kidding.
Well, that too.
I'm gay. I have a lot of scented candles in my hall closet.
They're out and about
It's
too.
a candle. That one.
The same peach candle.
Gifted around the world in just one day.
God, I love that video. I'm gay. Of course, anytime someone says raw, I chuckle and then immediately get horny.
I've got a fun story. We can talk about this after the break. I'm gay. Of course I set appointments for dick.
Yeah.
That's just responsible.
Yeah.
It's responsible.
I don't want to fail on any of my other appointments, so I have to make sure that it gets in between.
I don't understand. People just make it randomly happen. Like,
Yeah, how
as
do you
an
just,
adult.
get up and go do it? Like,
Yeah.
I know.
People are like, we can do it on lunch. I'm like, we can't just do it on lunch. I have to, leave my work and go to your place, and I only have this much time, and I've got these projects going on, and I brought my lunch with me today.
do you understand that 20 minutes of that will be me walking from my office to the parking garage and getting out of the parking garage and vice versa?
Yeah. I don't have time for that.
I'm down to 40 minutes, and that's not even including the drive to your house. Then, I don't work that well under stress in that situation.
Yeah, seriously. All I'm going to be thinking about the whole time is if I'm going to make it back on time.
You guys get an hour for lunch?
Actually, I don't anymore. But I got to get those numbers in by 2. I have to be out of you by 12:45.
Joe has to source his dick appointments for lunch locally.
Farm to
I'm
table.
gay. Of course I source my dick appointments. No, I'm gay. I'm gay. Of course I'm waiting until my gas light comes on before filling up my car.
Ooh, I've been worse about that than I usually ever am, so.
Mine came on today on my way home.
Ooh. And my last one, I'm gay. Of course I see the letters BBC, and I don't imagine news.
That's a different alert.
I'm gay. Of course I have a bitchy best friend.
That's true.
It's you.
Hi. Hi.
All right, my last one. I'm a gay millennial, and of course I've given myself muscle cramps by trying to take pictures of my hole.
If you haven't, are you even doing it right?
I must not have been, because god damn that hurt.
Joe, you need to learn how to use your Apple Watch function with the camera so you can just
yeah,
be
this is the whole thing. Do you not
Oh.
use your Apple Watch to take your dick pics and your hole
It's
pics?
charging in the kitchen right now, actually.
Well, it sounds like you should just wait to take your whole pics later.
I'm a gay millennial. I don't wait to take my whole pics.
You're
Also,
you're like
Joe.
limiting your pose options.
I
Also-
know.
send hole pics, Joe. What am I missing out on?
I
Jesus.
can't. It hurts. I had, oh god, this is gross. Anyway, I had my phone and I was laying down on my back and I tried to lift my leg up and put the phone down there to get the right angle, and then this huge cramp shot through my entire right side, and I was like, how do people do this?
I'm going to have to teach you how to take proper pictures.
We'll be right back.
Oh.
Actually, on
Well,
that
with
note,
all
it's probably
that-
time for a commercial.
I was going to say, it probably is
gonna
time for
say.
a commercial. And now, for a word from our sponsor, the HOLEy stick.
Oh my god, he wants me to send pictures. I guess I'll just reach back here and try it. Ow, my back! Has this happened to you? Oh my god, it's so blurry and I can't take another one. I hurt my back. Try the HOLEy stick. That's right, the HOLEy stick. No, this isn't just some stick for Jesus. This is a stick to take pictures of your balloon knot for when your ankles are raised up for Jesus. No more back pain for twisting at all funny angles just to get that starfish shot. Now, with HOLEy stick, you can rest at ease. Aging comes quick, even though you don't. So prepare your quickly declining joints for an easier way to rev up a stranger on a sketchy app. You'll be the bang of the night on Sniffies with your professional ass pictures, the belle of the ball at the grinder orgy. So call now and order the HOLEy stick. It's your whole back's new best friend. Thanks, HOLEy stick. Now I'm so popular, I can't even keep up. Oh my god, sure, I will meet him at the park bathroom. This guy's hot. Ooh, but I could meet this one. Hey guys, make sure you follow and subscribe to our podcast so you can receive a notification every Sunday when a new episode drops.
Well, I know that if you don't know anything about using your watch to activate your camera, you can get the HOLEy stick.
For me, I know it's going to be so nice not to hire the professional photographer I've had for years.
Who's that, Jay?
He's unlisted.
Yeah, now. After what he's been through.
At like 2 a.m., I'm just like, hey, quick, come over. I need you to bring the Nikon. I've got a hookup I'm planning.
Jeez.
He asked for whole pics, and I had to respond, I'll send some in 45 minutes.
He's like, I hit you up on your lunch break, and you're like, yeah, but I gotta go to the parking garage.
I hate how responsible my brain is. I'm like, do you understand how difficult a hookup is? I mean, at a lunch hour?
As an adult, yeah, I've done lunchtime hookups as like a 20-something, but like now?
I have a meeting to go back to. I'm going to smell like
stuff
sex.
to do.
I can't turn on a whole conference room.
Because I can't, like, manage that. There's no way.
Well, and then there's also that random story from that anonymous person during our horror stories. I don't want shit on my khakis.
The shit should stay in your cracky.
Oh, my God.
What's that? I had a chocolate bar at lunch. That's all.
It smells like shit.
Just make sure you clean that all up before you take pictures with your HOLEy stick.
I'm so glad I ordered one. I used to use a disposable camera on the end of a telescoping lightsaber toy. Man, this has really changed my life.
With one of those clampers.
Grabber.
You had a grabber holding it, and then another grabber, so you got your legs.
It's the little grabber that has like the dinosaur head. So it's like, but the camera takes the picture of the dinosaur head, so it looks like the dinosaur is giving you a rim job in your whole pic.
It kind of looks like a POV from a dinosaur.
It's the dinosaur looking into the crater that like killed all of them, but it's your asshole. This could be fun. You could do like little dioramas.
That was really close to the word diarrhea.
Well, what a wholesome commercial that was, for sure. But moving on, Jay, do we have any user-submitted sundries this week?
Shit. Yeah, we do.
Speaking of shit.
That was a lot for me. All right. So...
Thanks, it was great for me, too.
This week, we heard from...
George
and Anthony.
What a great start to the new season. We loved the new intro. I meant to write sooner, but work and life, and I probably have ADHD. This week's episode was definitely one where we were talking to the TV like we were in the conversation. On a different note, did you all get hit with the earthquakes? We just saw it on the news. Are you guys doing okay with the crazy cold weather? Anyway, I'll keep it short. Can't wait for the episode tomorrow. Big hugs, which they sent this right before last Sunday's episode. So, apparently, the last I heard is in like a 12-hour stretch, we had at least 19 earthquakes.
That sounds right.
And one of them got up to, I think, a 4.6.
Did it?
Allegedly.
I don't know.
And these were all...
When?
These were, would that have been Saturday night or Friday night? And they were all, like, northeast, just barely, of Oklahoma City, and then some southwest of Oklahoma City. So, basically, I was in between both of them, and I didn't feel a single one of them.
Didn't
we
feel
were
anything.
on the couch the whole night. We were in bed. The next morning one happened. Nothing. I didn't feel a single thing, but a lot of people were texting.
So, boys, to answer your question, no, we didn't feel the earthquakes, but also, no, we're not okay.
I'm actually perfectly fine. I love this cold weather. I got to have soup.
No, I meant in general.
Oh, okay, then no.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought we were talking about cold weather. Anyways.
Yeah, the cold weather has been fine. I love the
cold.
cold weather.
Yeah, I fucking made some chicken noodle soup and ate it 2 days in a row. It's fantastic.
I made mozzarella stuffed meatballs.
I also got really lazy and did, it was like the spicy Korean chicken that I got at Costco from the freezer section and put it over white rice with veggies, and that was delicious.
I gotta start doing more stuff like that because I like that format for lunches, just to have like rice, veggie, entree.
And so that's what I do a lot, is I just find a dish that normally you would cook on like a stovetop that's kind of like Asian-y, and then I just make some white rice, mix some veggies in, and I'm like, boom.
So you should look, because Costco has those little individual white rice like microwave things, and the sticky rice ones.
Yep.
A+.
A+. Good to know.
Thanks, boys.
So thank you very much, Anthony.
And
George.
Next, we heard from
Derek with the good beard.
Greetings, Beardos! Listening to episode 2 while I was hungry caused me to start making comfier food. Chicken and dumplings and potato soup. Soup shall be sung in 4-part harmony, which I did not have time to make. I was going to. Speaking of comfort food, check out the recipe book, Come Fix You a Plate, by Matthew Bounds. His dishes are easy, quick, simple, and low-key. I also follow him on all his socials where he makes his recipes. Here are more of my random ramblings. Sausage and biscuits and gravy calls for a chub of sausage. Yes, it is really referred to as a chub. My preference for grilled cheese is cheddar. I cover the skillet to help with the melting of the cheese.
Smart.
With regards to bingo squares, I love the fact that my suggestions overlapped with George and Anthony's submissions. Great Beardos must think alike. Here are a few more additional suggestions. Someone, OKJ, complains that sound delays impacts the results of the game. They do. Anthony is triggered over an inaccurate movie fact.
I would never.
The conversation organically leads to a discussion of bad drivers and your lack of patience for them. Ugh.
Every day.
You invite Beardos to be special guests in the pod. And the market hires 3 more virtual employees. Have a good week. Stay warm and dry. Beardo Goodbeard.
Well,
Thanks,
Derek,
Daddy.
I'll first say that I also follow Matthew Bounds, and I have been meaning to pick up his cookbook because all his recipes look amazing. He uses his crock pot a bunch. Everything looks really, really tasty. And I also like every time he pays the tax to his dog whenever he's like using chicken. And then he always does this move whenever he's done. If it's really good, he just punches the air a bunch. And that's just some good motivation to get in there and do some cooking.
Lastly, I heard from Jason. And
Hello,
gave
Jason.
Bingo card ideas.
Hey, Jason.
So, let's see. This one's Anthony injured during Sniffy's misadventure, but not badly enough to stop using Sniffies.
How?
Well, you better download Sniffies, Anthony.
You don't download it. It's web-based.
He knows.
So, when was the injury? Damn.
Remember when I had that hemorrhoid?
Yeah, it was in the bottom of your piss pig.
Moving on.
That was my shit hose.
Oh, God. Shut up. Moving on. Joe achieves his personal improvement goals, and in response, Jay becomes a better person out of spite. Oh, thank God I won't have to. No, I'm kidding.
I don't think that's possible.
Speak it into existence.
Jay cannot get any better. This is it. Like, it's just
Listen,
not.
And I worked really hard to get to where I am now, and if I go any better, I think I might blow up. Radio play in non-noir genre.
I like this because this is something we've also talked about.
Yeah. But it's so fun. Okay.
It is fun. Well, noir is great, but like, I think that having like episodic different styles of, you know what I mean?
For sure. I get it.
Yeah.
Episode so derailed, the guys forgot what the sundry was during the episode.
That happens a lot more often than you think it does.
Yeah, we actually have to we cut the part out where we force ourselves back.
That actually happened a lot more often when all three of us were drinking during this.
Oh, for sure.
We would get to like a point where we're like, what the fuck were we talking about?
It's kind of funny. I've noticed that I like myself more not drinking because I feel like I keep track of my jokes better usually.
Yeah.
Joe starts making up historical facts the other guys don't notice.
I would notice.
Joe starts making up historical facts and the other guys calls them out. So there's 2.
Ooh.
And then lastly, Joe says true historical fact so ridiculous the guys wrongfully call him out for making it up.
There's this one little teaser trailer we dropped before we actually started this podcast called 2 Truths and a Lie, Oklahoma edition. And Jay did that to us, where he dropped some facts that were so absurd, we couldn't figure out what was real.
That's right. I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Thanks for bringing it back up.
You're
Because
welcome.
isn't that how we got the Boise City joke?
It is how we get the Boise City joke.
Yeah.
God, you know what? Take that out. Don't let Joel hear me say Boise City. Joel, if you're listening to this, it's Boise City.
It is Boise City. Why would we say boys? That sounds dumb. No, I'm kidding. That is it on my user content this week. Mm-hmm.
But he was suggesting Patreon content should be thirst traps, even though we specifically said no thirst traps, because, and I quote, our audience is sluts.
He's not wrong.
Yes. Yes, they are.
And we love our
mean,
sluts. We love you very much.
And I did tell him that is our target audience, so you're in the right place.
It's funny how that wasn't originally it. I was like, our audience is anyone. And now I'm like, our target is sluts. Gay sluts.
Gay sluts.
We want
Backdoor
you to
sluts 9.
I haven't seen 1 through 8 yet. I don't know what's happening.
That's like the raunchiest one of them all.
He also likes the idea of the noir bonus content. So
I love it just because I love how stupid I get to be with it. So
with the end of our Beardo submitted sundries, does anyone have something to check out this week?
I do. So I actually kind of brought up our topic today because I remember how many times I've come across Rob Anderson on TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And he does gay science, which is hilarious to me. His videos are quite funny. Basically what he does is he does kind of this short educational bio over random gay science. Why do gays talk like that? Why do gays... I can't even think of all the ones I've seen him do. But I've
seen him do the wrist.
That you said
yes,
today
why they do the
incredible.
wrist, the running one. But they're all like completely satire. It sounds very professional. He's flying through it. He's flipping some clips. And really it's just him like doing jokes on explaining why they are the way they are, but in a professional way. It's amazing. I love him so much. If you haven't seen him, it's worth looking up. Rob Anderson.
I'll look at that with all the other TikToks I watch, Jay.
Well, speaking of TikTok, I also have something to check out this week. So, also on TikTok, like I said, there is an elephant seal who is currently terrorizing a town in Tasmania. And his name is Neil. The townspeople have named him Neil the Seal. And so he's, like I said, a giant elephant seal who just comes onto shore and he'll take naps in people's front lawns. He'll knock over traffic cones. He'll roar at the police. Like, there are just super funny pictures of him, like, playing with traffic cones or sleeping behind people's cars, making them late for work. And there's even one that I found where a woman was filming from inside her screen door and Neil was right up against her door. And she was like, "Neil, you can't come in here, mate." And he was like... and like sighed like a teenager and just kind of ambled away slowly. And he's full of personality and he's just this local celebrity in this town in Tasmania and he's super cute. So check out Neil the Seal on TikTok.
That's cute. Is he gay?
I'll
No, I'm
watch
kidding.
that. Whenever Joe shows me Neil the Seal TikTok videos, because he shows them to me
God.
regularly.
He's
I like
so cute and funny.
Is it game time?
Do you guys think it's game time?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's game time from back here.
From way
Oh,
back here.
boy. This isn't getting old at all.
That's right, boys. I have a trivia game for us this week, and it's a game that I'm calling Guess the Year Millennial Edition. So I created this trivia game this week, and I went online, and it turns out that millennials are born between the years 1981 and 1996. So I went through and did some history research, and I found 15 facts, and it's your job to tell me what year these events occurred. You get 3 guesses apiece, and the one who's closest gets the point. All right, number 1. There's a confrontation in Waco, Texas, between the ATF and
1993.
David Koresh. That's right, Jay. It was 1993.
I would have been way off. So are all of these things happening between 81 and 96?
Yes.
Okay.
Alrighty, number 2. Super Mario Bros. Is released for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
1986.
1989.
No and no.
1984?
88?
No, sorry.
Not 84 and not 88.
1991.
87.
No and no. It was actually 1985.
Really?
Oh, really?
I didn't think
Yep.
it went back that far.
Wow. Me either.
I doubted myself on 91, but I was like, surely it wasn't as early as 85.
I thought
Huh,
89 was about the earliest, and then, yeah. I knew it wasn't the 90s, but...
I
89
only
was the
chose-
Game Boy.
Oh. Yeah, I only chose 91 because I was like, well, maybe I'm thinking back too far.
All right, number 3. Beanie Babies are launched.
1994.
1993 is correct.
Jay is weirdly good at this.
I don't know why. 1964.
All
I'm
right.
kidding.
All right, number 4. Space Shuttle Challenger explodes.
89.
89.
No, not 89.
88.
88.
No, not 88.
Is it 87?
87.
And it's not 87. You guys were so close. It was 1986.
Was it really?
I really
Yeah.
thought it was 89.
I did
guys
too.
raced
I
each
was
other on
so confident it was 89.
The most confident countdown there ever was, and you guys reached it together.
Good for us.
Wow.
All right, number 5. Kids Cuisine frozen meals are launched.
1991.
96.
No and no.
94.
Not 94.
93.
No.
95.
Nope.
Damn it.
19. Ooh, what was that? I said 91 for the first one, right? 1990.
That's correct. 1990.
I definitely don't know
On the
anything about
board.
kids' cuisines. We didn't get
Who
fancy
does?
kids food when I was a kid.
Okay, number 6. The first documented cases of HIV/AIDS are recorded in the United States.
1981.
81 is correct, Anthony.
Wow. Good job.
That was when they called it grid still.
Yeah, because they
right.
didn't know quite what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, number 7. Credit scores are invented by FICO.
1989.
89.
It's 1989, and Anthony was first. All right, number 8. The TV channel Food Network is launched.
96.
No,
92.
not 92,
95.
not 95.
91.
No,
93.
1993. Anthony
Wow.
is correct.
I almost said 94.
I can't hear 1994 anymore now without thinking about Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Oh my god.
Although now that we said the credit score thing, just realize I'm older than credit scores by 5 years.
It's almost like they should never have been created. Oh! All right, moving along. Number 9. Bagel Bites are launched.
93?
No and no.
96.
No.
That's wrong.
94.
No.
90?
95.
No.
I'm out.
What'd you say, Jay? I didn't hear your
I
last
said
one.
90.
I said 95.
It was 1991.
Ah.
I just keep bouncing around.
Jay, you said 92 and 90, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So then you get that one.
So Anthony can't get closer.
91? That seems so old.
I can't get closer because I'm all the way back here.
I don't know why you're
Okay.
still doing that joke. It's not funny, Anthony.
Joke is not funny, Anthony. You're just like every bully who bullied me in high school.
All right. Number 10. Steve Jobs launches the Macintosh personal computer.
86.
No.
84.
1984. That is correct, Anthony. All right. Up next, number 11. O.J. Simpson is acquitted of murder.
94. Oh, wait.
No and no.
93.
93.
Nope.
Is it 92?
96.
No and no. It was actually 1995.
Ooh, so I was closest.
Well, I also said 94.
Jay said 96.
I said 95.
Oh, you
No, I
said
didn't.
95?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
You said it was
Anthony
94?
said 96.
I said
And I
96.
said
That's what it
94.
was.
And you
okay.
said it's 95, which is the answer.
Right.
So you
we
guys
both
said
were
94 and
near.
96?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give us
Fuck it,
half
I'll
a
just give you
point.
both a point.
Oh.
I was going to say, give us the half point. The half points won the game before.
All right. Number 12. Hurricane Andrew strikes and is the costliest hurricane to hit the U.S. until Hurricane Katrina in 2005.
God, I hate that I just read this
wait.
the other day.
95?
No.
90.
Nope.
94.
91.
No and no.
93.
No, not 93.
82.
It was actually 1992.
So
So someone
you said
said 93.
Anthony, and I said 91.
So another
so good.
sandwich point. All right,
Yeah.
so point for both of you. And Mom and Dad can actually weigh in on this. They had actually lived in a condo, I want to say, in Miami, and they had a friend send them a picture of their condo after Hurricane Andrew struck, and it was just a concrete slab. The hurricane took it out.
Jesus.
All right, number 13. Robin Fenty, stage name Rihanna, is born.
92.
No,
87.
not 87.
85.
No,
88.
1988.
Ah.
She's
Ooh, I was-
1 month older than me.
Running the
was
buzzer
like-
down on that one. I was like, he's going to get it wrong, and then I can guess around him.
Number 14. E.T. the Extraterrestrial premieres and becomes the highest grossing
87.
film of all time until surpassed by Jurassic Park in 1993.
86.
No, Jay. Nope, not 86.
85.
No. And no.
89.
No.
1990.
Nope. It was actually in
That's an 80s movie.
1982.
It was that far back?
Yeah.
Jesus. It does not feel like that.
Wow.
Yeah. One of you guessed 84, right?
That was, I'm pretty sure Jay got that one.
Yeah, I did the earlier 80s of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jay, you were closest on that one. All right. Well, in a fun
game,
turn of
Joe.
events with both of your sandwich guesses around the years, you are currently tied at 8 points apiece. So,
No
going
way.
into number 15, yes, you are tied. So, our final one, number 15. Ronald Reagan orders Mikhail Gorbachev to tear down the
89.
Berlin Wall.
88.
Not
Oh, it is
89,
89.
not 88.
Oh, 87.
87.
Yes. 1987. That was so...
I said it too.
I feel like
I
I said it
really,
first.
literally heard it at the same time.
Oh man, must be the sound.
It
delay.
literally. Okay,
Shut
so
the fuck up with the sound delay.
for a lightning tiebreaker, off to Wikipedia I go very quickly. Hold, please.
Losing to Jay is embarrassing.
Let's see. You haven't lost yet. You're still tied.
No.
Let's see.
And I'm real bad under pressure at guessing things, so
Good.
you have a good chance.
I don't think that's true.
All right, a tiebreaker, hopefully to end all tiebreakers. The word processor software multi-tool Word, soon to become Microsoft Word, is released in the United States.
90?
Not 1990.
87.
Nope.
89.
86.
No and no.
91?
No.
85.
1983.
Oh my
But
gosh,
I'm
that was
closer,
further back than
right?
I expected.
I believe so, because wasn't 85 the closest guess?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, so that means that
See,
with
I
a
told
final
you.
score of Anthony with 10 and Jay with 9, Anthony is the winner of this week's game.
Hey, at least we were close that time.
That's true. That was a really intense one. But
That
Jay,
was a
I just
good
want you
one.
to go ahead and suck my balls.
Okay, Cartman.
Suck my doll balls.
My doll balls.
My doll balls. You're the worst.
I learned a lot making that game, actually. It was pretty educational.
That was intense. I don't know why.
I had no idea that bagel bites were so old.
I
I thought they were like 2000.
E.T. was my shocker. I did not realize it was that early in the 80s. I would have swore it was a later 80s thing.
Well, and fun fact, E.T. was directed by Steven Spielberg, and then it remained the highest grossing film until Jurassic Park, which was also by Steven Spielberg. So, man, crushed it.
Sounds
And
right.
then James Cameron comes in and he's like, fuck you! I'm doing Titanic!
He's like, y'all wanna see this boat?
Pioneer.
But I thought
He's
the
like,
old
we
lady
all
dropped
know
it in the
that.
ocean at the end.
And then
Well,
Spielberg
baby,
was like,
I
"You
swam
did
down and
your
got it for you."
job!"
Oh, you shouldn't have. Oops, I dang. Okay. Sounds like the music
on
coming
that
back on,
note-
doesn't it?
I was going to say, it sounds like the music is coming back on and it's Britney Spears because we're millennials.
Oh, yeah.
But go call our hotline real quick at 405-999-2242 and leave us a message.
And Beardos, it's time to outwalk each other back out to the shop floor. So this week's lunch break has come to an end. If you'd like to help us out, go and subscribe to our podcast so you can get reminders every Sunday when we release a new episode. We also post frequent updates on all of our social media sites for any additional sundries that we may add to the market.
And don't forget to rate us in your top 8 on MySpace and also leave us a review. But leave us a review on a real place, like, someplace where we're actually at, because we're not on MySpace. Sorry, Tom. We'd love to hear from you, and those reviews are also what get us found by more people. Also, if each one of you could share us on TikTok or something, because we're millennials, that'd be great. Just share us with one friend, and it would double our growth.
Find us on MSN Messenger, Yahoo chat rooms, and AOL. Oh, wait, sorry. You can find us on our current socials from back here. No, I'm kidding. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Threads. Don't forget to go check out our website, beardsandsundries.com, and email us with your bingo ideas for 2024 for us, and also with anything else you want to tell us, because we know you're in love with us, at beardsandsundries@gmail.com.
So from all three of us tired gay millennials here at the Beards and Sundries Market, please make sure to...
Love yourself.
Because we already love you. Bye, Beardo.
Bye, Beardos! Give me bagel bites right now.
BRB.
1993.